Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health with Sara Banta. I'm a busy wife, mom of 3, and an NANP certified supplement professional, but that's not all. I'm also the founder of the most innovative health supplement company, awarded 4 years in a row, Accelerated Health Products, a brand offering innovative, natural, scalar-enhanced supplements to optimize your health. And this podcast is not just a source of information, we're a community. We're here to learn and grow on our health journeys, regardless of where you are today. That includes me. And this podcast is the springboard to learning, and the free group coaching on Telegram is where we continue learning together. You can ask your questions. I post tips and tools to keep you motivated every single day. So here's what you can expect. New episodes every Monday and Wednesday with in-depth health discussions and expert guests, hot topic issues that are in the news every Friday to keep things fun, and then of course followed up with the free group coaching on Telegram, and the details are on my website at SaraBanta.com. Have you thought about detoxing, but you're a little worried if it's too much for you, or you're worried about being hangry or being on a juice cleanse or having those detox flu symptoms? Well, I've created 10 unique, easy detox cleanses that help you reset your body while feeling great, from just the colon cleanse to the parasite cleanse, to the liver flush, to the big one, the accelerated diet cleanse that resets your hormones, your weight loss, your brain, your gut, all of it together. So you can take the detox quiz at SaraBanta.com to find out which one's right for you. And maybe you're not ready for a detox. Maybe you just want to start with 1, 2, 3 supplements and don't know which ones are right for you. Well, I will personally put together a protocol for you by just filling out the free supplement protocol on the website. And just by taking a few steps forward with your health, I promise you, you will change your life. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. And part of that big detox question is the liver. And we're going to talk about detoxing the liver and the myths and the facts about all these cleanses. It is mandatory now to actually be detoxing. With all the things in the world, modern day society is not what our ancestors dealt with. We have to be proactive about detoxing. The liver, especially, the liver's your body's multitasker, working tirelessly to filter the toxins, produce bile, which breaks down the fat in your body that you're eating, help keep your metabolism running smoothly. A lot of people don't look to their liver for fat loss, but it is key, right? So there are so many trendy cleanses and detox remedies flooding the market, making these promises, and you just don't know what to trust. You can do a juice cleanse or a detox key, and it could actually be backing up your liver. It could be doing harm. And you're sitting there going, I have water retention. Why am I retaining water when I'm doing a detox? It doesn't make sense. Well, what's behind all of this liver issue? We've got a fatty liver and liver disease issue. It's a pandemic. We've got over 45% of adults have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This was only a disease for alcoholics, and 25% of children have fatty liver. Like I said, this is an alcoholic's disease, supposedly. Children don't drink alcohol. And why are they getting fatty liver? The answer goes way beyond the usual culprits of poor diet, excessive alcohol, the modern lifestyle. So let's go through all of the reasons that you now need to make sure you are being proactive and not just sitting back and letting all of the health wackos do the detoxes. It's for everybody. Number one, processed foods. They're everywhere. They consist of, or our modern day diet consists of 70% processed foods. Processed foods are not real food. They are packed with refined sugars, unhealthy inflammatory seed oils, artificial additives that your body doesn't even recognize as food. And the liver goes, I don't know what to do with this. And it backs it up. And you've got the high fructose corn syrup, which is a common sweetener in sodas and snacks, and that's particularly damaging. Unlike glucose, which the body uses as fuel, fructose is metabolized almost entirely by the liver. We're not talking about fructose from the fruits. We're talking about the fructose, the high fructose corn syrup. And this is over time leading to fat accumulation in the liver, inflammation, and then fatty liver disease. The processed foods also rob your liver of the essential nutrients it needs to function properly. So here you think you're eating food for energy, and it's actually stealing energy from you. And that's why you're hungry still and you want more food. And it's not providing the essential amino acids that your body needs to build its muscles, its hair, your brain, all the things, even your liver tissue. So that's why you're hungry when you eat these processed foods, because your gut senses amino acids to then tell your brain, I've had enough to eat. Well, without any amino acids in these processed foods, that doesn't happen. And then the body just says, okay, keep eating because I'm not getting what I need. And then also, when you are eating these foods, just one meal of processed food can rip up the gut, causing leaky gut. That's going to inhibit the absorption of the good nutrients in the meal that you follow that processed food meal with that wild animal protein and the right vegetables that I always talk about. But your body's not going to absorb those nutrients because you have caused your body to have leaky gut, and that inhibits that absorption. So processed foods, we got to get them out of our diet. I just did a study or a little snippet on the fact that kids eating processed foods have 60% less muscle mass. It is supposed to be super easy to gain muscle when you're a kid. That is huge. And then that's going to set up the child for a lifetime of low muscle, high fat body composition, because as you get older, it is so much harder to gain that good muscle. Number 2 are oxalates. These are the toxic healthy food. We turn to those plant-based foods like spinaches, almonds, beets, thinking we're making these healthy choices. These foods are nutrient dense, but they're also high in oxalates. Turmeric, right? I was overloading my body with turmeric and going, why am I retaining so much water? And why do I have kidney stones? Well, it was the oxalates. These oxalates are naturally occurring compounds that can accumulate in the body. And with people who have impaired detoxification pathways, they can crystallize in the liver and the kidneys, leading to tissue damage and stress. Oxalates can lead to hypothyroidism because they love to attach themselves to the thyroid, joint pain, urogenital diseases, UTIs, bladder infections, kidney infections, brain fog. And you might be sitting there going, okay, I just did a juice cleanse, and in my juice, I put the spinach and the kale. Kale, by the way, also has oxalates. Celery juice at a high level. Not celery. I'm not worried about you eating sticks of celery, because you're not going to eat 2 big bunches of celery sticks, right? Because your stomach's not going to allow you. But when you concentrate it into a juice, that's full of oxalates. So you might have all these symptoms thinking you're doing something healthy. So this can contribute to liver problems as well. Next is sulfur. So these sulfur foods are the wrong healthy vegetables as well. Garlic, onions, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. These are considered beneficial for detoxification. They are concentrated in that supplement called DIM to help detox estrogen. But guess what? Environmental toxins like glyphosate has disrupted our sulfur detox pathways, and instead of helping with detoxification, the sulfur can convert into sulfites, which are toxic compounds that inflame the liver and increase oxidative stress. Not good. This double-edged sword means that the food once good for you and good for detoxification now contribute to the problem. And you might have brain fog, skin rashes, bloat, IBS, arthritis, ADHD, and more. And for me, I remember when I cut them out, because I was eating them every single night, I made these delicious vegetables in a pan with some little cheese on top. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious. But I was retaining 3 pounds of water. And literally within 24 hours of swapping out my vegetables for something else, the water weight went away. So that's something to think about. And everyone's different, and you might be able to be in a great current state of health where you can handle these. But if your liver is already compromised, it's going to be that much more difficult for it to process these oxalates and sulfur. Next, heavy metals. And this has been in the news a lot, such as mercury, lead, cadmium. They're found in the organic chocolate protein powders that you might be using to build that muscle. They're everywhere. They enter our bodies through contaminated food, water, air, even your personal care products. Once inside, these metals accumulate in the liver, interfering with its detoxification process. And they generate free radicals, leading to oxidative stress, inflammation. They can damage liver cells, contribute to fatty liver disease, among other things. I remember at my rock bottom, I had my heavy metals tested and I was off the charts. Literally, my level was higher than what the max was on the chart of lead, aluminum, and mercury. And you can feel crazy in the brain from having heavy metal toxicity in the brain. And I did. So these are particularly dangerous because they're difficult for the body to get out of. Number 5, iodine deficiency. This is overlooked. And you know I love my iodine. Well, iodine, 96% of the United States is deficient in iodine. And that statistic was from years ago. So I'm sure it's much more. And if you are not supplementing with an iodine supplement, then you are deficient. It's no longer in our food supply. It's no longer enough in the iodized salt, which is full of microplastics that are inhibiting the iodine absorption anyways, right? But iodine is often associated with thyroid health, but its role in liver function is just as crucial. And it's all connected, because if the liver is backed up, you can't convert your T4, your inactive thyroid hormone, into T3. So your thyroid and liver are very interconnected. And that's also why both of them need to be healthy for healthy weight loss. This trace mineral helps regulate the metabolic processes and supports the liver's ability to detoxify. When iodine levels are low, the liver struggles to break down toxins and fat. It's really important for fat oxidation, and this can lead to a buildup of fat, inflammation, metabolic dysfunction, and set the stage for liver disease, away from the fact that you probably will have hypothyroidism as well. And I believe most people are walking around with some level of hypothyroidism. So without enough iodine throughout the body, filling the iodine receptor sites, because every cell has iodine receptor sites, toxins that look just like iodine, like fluoride, bromide, and chlorine, will fill those receptor sites. Dr. David Brownstein on my podcast said that every one of his patients that had breast cancer had high levels of bromide in those cells and was iodine deficient. Because if you're iodine deficient, those other toxins are going to just fill those cells. And also, the iodine is needed for that cell membrane. That cell membrane is the brain of the cell, allowing the toxins out of the cells and the nutrients in. Well, you have an iodo-lipid value on the cell membrane, iodine and fat value. So you need iodine to let the toxins out and the nutrients in. You also need iodine inside the cell to help boost that ATP in the mitochondria. And that goes for the cells in the liver and everywhere else in the body. That is your energy. So iodine deficiency, like I said, affects more than 96% of the United States. And the other problem is the soils are depleted of all the minerals, including iodine. But iodine supplements typically come from the Asias. And most of those have been contaminated due to Fukushima. So you have to be very careful with what iodine you're taking. Now, acceleradine iodine, the only one that I will take and the only one I carry, comes from South America. untouched by modern man, and it is in the form of monoatomic iodine, I minus. So go back to chemistry class. It is one molecule of iodine looking to be attached to something in your body, and that's why the absorption is so much higher. Whereas other iodine supplements are connected to another molecule, need to be broken apart, which your body doesn't have much energy to do, and then use that iodine. So this is where the issue comes. Number 6, endocrine disruptors. Our daily environments are full of them. Chemicals found in plastics, microplastics, pesticides, cleaning products, even cosmetics. They have been shown that chemicals are a huge contributor to this childhood obesity. They have no calories, guys. These chemicals have no calories. They're away from the exercise and the food that you're intaking, but they're causing weight gain. These compounds mimic or interfere with our natural hormones, creating chaos in the body and the liver. And that liver is working overtime to try to deal with them on top of all of the other things we're talking about. So then you get inflammation, fat accumulation, impairing the liver's ability to function. These disruptors also contribute to insulin resistance and hormonal imbalances. How many of you in the last 3 years have said, wait a second, I eat no sugar. How come my blood sugar's high? My insulin's high. I have insulin resistance. That's because your fat stores are storing these chemicals and toxins. And when your body ingests glucose, and that insulin is taking the glucose to the cell to try to put it into the cell, it knocks and the cell says, nope, I'm full. I'm overstuffed with chemicals. I have no room for glucose. So then we need to get more cells, more fat cells, bigger fat cells, and the body becomes insulin resistant at the cellular level. This is a huge risk factor for fatty liver disease. Insulin resistance at the ovaries, PCOS. Insulin resistance at the heart, heart disease. Insulin resistance at the liver is fatty liver disease. So number 7, the spike protein. This is new. And what we're seeing is that this protein, whether you got the injection or not, doesn't matter. We're all affected. It's causing disrupted cellular function, contributing to inflammation, insulin disruption, fluid retention, mood disorders, impairing the liver's detox pathway. It really affects the liver and the ACE2 receptor. So you could be doing nothing different, nothing wrong. You could be eating all organic, eating exactly what I tell you to eat off of the accelerated food guide, and you are suffering more than you did 5 years ago. That's just our new reality. So this is why it is really essential to be taking care of your liver. So this is a perfect storm for the liver disease, right? We've got the spike protein, the environmental pollutants, all of the healthy wrong foods, all of that, but you can do something about it. Now, we're going to go through some myths, some of the popular remedies that might be backing you up. NAC, N-acetylcholine, NAC, the glutathione booster. This is a rock star when it comes to liver detox, right? It works by boosting your body's natural production of glutathione, which we need, which is often called the liver's master antioxidant. Glutathione naturally reduces or neutralizes the free radicals, breaks down toxins, and protects the liver cells. But here's the catch. NAC is sulfur-based. So depending on your current state of health and your liver, it might backfire. So if your sulfur detox pathways aren't working properly, it can overwhelm your system, causing more harm than good. So be careful. Next, dandelion root. This is in every liver supplement, even kidney supplements. It has been used for centuries as a natural liver supporter. It acts like a diuretic, helps your liver and kidneys flush out the toxins more effectively. It also may help digestion, right? Why might it backfire? Well, it contains oxalates. So that can create problems for people that are sensitive to the oxalates that we were talking about. Those can lead to kidney stones. So here you are thinking you're detoxing your kidneys and you're actually creating kidney stones. It can also cause hypothyroidism and even make arthritis symptoms worse. So be careful. Turmeric. Oh my goodness, this hits home with me. I was getting fresh organic juice turmeric from a local provider. It was so good. And I'd put it in my drinks all day long, thinking I was doing something good. And then all of a sudden, I had symptoms of kidney backup, water retention, which is supposed to be the opposite, right? And I had kidney stones. Turmeric is known to fight inflammation, right? That active ingredient, curcumin, has antioxidant properties. And it's supposed to help with the liver inflammation, oxidative stress, but it's extremely high in those oxalates. It could slow your thyroid, increase the joint pain, all the things that we've talked about. And then glutathione, just like the NAC, we need it. But what we need is we need to give our body the tools to make it itself. And there's ways to do it, but it's not that easy. And you need to only take it if your pathways are open, if your liver can deal with it. So it's kind of this double-edged sword where you need glutathione for liver health, but you need good liver health to produce glutathione and to be able to take it. So that is full of sulfur as well. Now, good news, artichoke extract. This is great for your liver. Nothing that's going to make it backfire, right? And actually, you can just eat your artichokes. They're great. And you have then also those detox teas. They're trendy but tricky. They're everywhere, promising quick fixes, flattened bellies. They might act as mild diuretics. They probably have some dandelion root or some of the other things we've talked about. So be careful what they are and, really take note in how you feel. The juice cleanses. So juice cleanses, I've talked a lot about. If you're wanting to cleanse your body, you do not need to juice and be hangry and be on a low-calorie juice diet for days. Now, number one, you are going to be hangry. You're not getting in those amino acids that are telling your brain that I've gotten enough nutrition. In fact, you're on a low-calorie diet, so your brain's going to go, I'm in a starvation state. I better slow down my metabolism. You might lose some water weight and go, okay, the scale's going down. But guess what? I bet if you stood on a body scan scale that measures your fat and muscle and water, you actually will lose muscle and water and not the fat, because your body wants to hold on to that fat. And it starts eating away at its muscle because you're not taking in any protein. They're usually packed with sugar, lacking the protein, lacking the fiber that's good for digestion. And there's also a new study that's actually showing that it can disrupt the microbiome within 1 or 2 days of juicing. And your microbiome is your immune system. It is your overall health, and can actually lead to cancer. So here you are doing what you think is healthy and it's backfiring. You are going to be hangry. You're probably taking in some vegetables that are full of oxalates and sulfur, because I go to the market, the health food market, with the juices all listed up on the panel, and I try to find a juice that doesn't have spinach or kale or some sort of sulfur or oxalate vegetable. It's very difficult because they don't know any better, and that's all they have. So this is really not something what you want to do, and you're going to be miserable. It might feel good to clean you out for a day, but let's leave it at that. So not all detox remedies for the liver are created equal, and some of them might backfire. So what can you do? This is the good news. My solutions, number one, worked, but you're not hangry. You're eating real food, and you feel great while you're doing it. You don't have any of those hangry detox headaches or just lethargy. You actually want to go to the gym. You want to go do life, and you want to be more productive, because when your liver's better, you have more metabolism, more fat oxidation, more brain power, all the things. So we're going to highlight 3 supplements accelerated liver care, accelerated iodine, and accelerated cellular detox powder, that those three are going to get you to a new level of health. Now you can take it further, and we'll talk about some other supplements as well and how to maximize and optimize your results. But number one, accelerated liver care. This supplement we came out with at the tail end of 24, and it was in perfect time because ironically my liver enzymes were through the roof at 700, and they're supposed to be under 20. Okay, not a good situation. This was due to a toxic supplement I was taking. Of course, it was not an accelerated health product, but also viral activity, and my liver was overwhelmed. And this is for someone who tries to eat as well as I can. I don't drink alcohol, all the things, right? Well, within 2.5 weeks, my liver numbers came down. It was phenomenal. This is not just another liver supplement. We have combined ancient wisdom with modern science. We have combined Ayurvedic, Chinese, traditional Chinese medicine, South American botanicals, cutting edge nutraceuticals, then all layered in and enhanced with scalar frequencies. So what we've done is it's a formula that helps deep detoxification. It clears out the damp heat or the toxic heat from the liver and the gallbladder, giving that increase in the energy or chi that we need throughout the body. It enhances both phase 1 and phase 2 of liver detoxification, helping to eliminate the environmental toxins, bad hormones, excess estrogens, and pollutants. It supports the gallbladder health. So if you've dealt with gallbladder stones or gallstones, it works with dissolving those stones and ease the pain. Now, you can combine the accelerated liver care with my accelerated liver flush cleanse to really get all of those stones out. But if you're afraid to do that cleanse and the flush, just by taking accelerated liver care, either the maintenance dose or the therapeutic dose, you're going to start breaking down those stones. It enhances liver function. It increases the microcirculation within the liver, delivering better oxygen and nutrient flow. And this not only boosts liver efficiency, but also supports regeneration of damaged liver cells. It balances blood sugar and cholesterol. A lot of people are reporting that not changing a thing, their cholesterol and blood sugar have increased because of the pandemic. So this helps regulate blood sugar and reduce cholesterol, which is all made in the liver, right? It also helps with your immune system. It's packed with antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. So it's also boosting that immune system. It calms the mind. Your frustration and anger are stored in your liver. So traditional medicine links those emotional tension and anger and frustration to that liver health. So by addressing these emotional stressors, this supplement is going to help rebalance and restore your focus and take down your perceived stress. So what have we put in it? The ingredients are like no other liver supplement. Some herbs you've heard of, some you haven't. Cook tea. This is a liver powerhouse that activates autophagy, helps clear out the damaged cells, reduces the fat buildup. Philanthus is known as the stone breaker. It dissolves gallstones and fights bacteria like H. pylori. Tudka, that's very popular right now. It promotes bile flow, flushes out the toxins, and helps with the liver and the brain. And milk thistle, you all have heard of that. That is a classic liver protector. It shields against toxins, reduces inflammation, and helps with liver repair. Bupleurum, this has been in our household for years. I've given it to my kids for their immune system, but it also detoxifies and supports adrenal health, boosts energy, and protects against inflammation. Chinese skullcap, it promotes bile flow as well, reduces inflammation, supports heart and liver health. The big one that you've never heard of, Palperera, which is a rare herb with antiviral, anti-cancer properties, has tons of studies behind it. It targets liver infections and prevents the replication of the harmful cells. calcium D-glucarate. Well, remember how I mentioned that people take DIM, which is full of the cruciferous vegetables, to bind up those excess estrogens and get them out of the body, but it can backfire? Calcium D-glucarate does the same thing, but it does it in the gut. Very safe for everyone to take. It helps bind up those excess estrogens and take them out of the body. And so we've put that in it as well. Now, the difference is with the accelerated liver care and any other supplement is we've put in high potency extracts. We use 10-to-1 concentrations. So you're getting 10 times the active compound of the raw herbs for every dose. Most other liver supplements, 1-to-1, 2-to-1, maybe 3-to-1. We're using 10-to-1. And then we've taken all the herbs and put them into a synergistic ratio where each ingredient enhances the other, creating the most optimal formula that we could get out of this combination of 13 herbs. And then, of course, it goes through rigorous testing and enhanced with scalar frequencies to open up the liver and gallbladder meridians so that the herbs go exactly where they're supposed to go. So you're also going to get improved digestion. Your skin's going to look better, hair health, all of that stuff, reduce inflammation, and that emotional balance. So the accelerated liver care is supplement number 1. Number 2, accelerating iodine. We've talked about what iodine deficiency does to you. It's critical for your brain, for that brain fog, for depression, anxiety, all of the things. Iodine deficiency is the number 1 cause for depression. Iodine deficiency is the number 1 cause for mitochondrial failure. We die when our mitochondria die. Okay, so we need it also for that metabolism, thyroid, the hormones, overall health. It is needed to cleanse the blood so the liver can do its job. And it will help kick out those toxins, the halogens. It helps with kicking out the fluoride, bromide, and chlorine from the body. It also neutralizes toxins. Because it is a negative charge, it binds to positively charged toxins, including heavy metals and radiation. Funny story, my daughter is right now on a plane with her team. And I told her, I said, do you have your supplements? She goes, Mom, stop. I have my silver and I've got my iodine. And that was it. And I go, okay, we're good. So she knows the importance of iodine for her immune system and for her energy and also kicking out that radiation from the plane ride. Iodine increases ATP production to the maximum level. That is your energy. And then it also will prevent the toxins that you're taking in that you have no control of from taking hold of those cellular receptor sites. Because if iodine's in those receptor sites, the toxins can't get in and they'll just kind of go out of the body. So accelerating iodine, like I mentioned, it is that 1 molecule of iodine, and it is nearly getting that 100% of bioavailability and absorption. Number 3, the accelerated cellular detox powder. This, people complain about those detox side effects, headaches, hangry, water retention. Well, the accelerated cellular detox powder solves this issue by binding up the toxins, carrying them out the body from what you're releasing with the accelerated liver care and the accelerating iodine. So it contains ingredients like zeolite, diatomaceous earth, activated charcoal, which act like sponges to bind to the heavy metals, pesticides, and other toxins. And then they are safely excreted through your colon and taking the burden off the liver and the kidneys. It also helps with your gut. It prevents these toxins from recirculating through the liver that can slow down the detoxification, lead to inflammation. It helps absorb the byproducts of detoxification, preventing that detox flu symptom. And young college kids will tell you that if you drink at night and you come home and you take your detox powder, it's going to help with your hangover because it's soaking up those toxins. We have also now put in chitosan, which is known to help carry out of the body the excess dietary fat and cholesterol. So it's actually helping with weight management as well. We enhance it with scalar frequencies to amplify its ability to target and bind toxins at an energetical level. No other supplement does that. So those are the three top supplements: accelerated liver care, accelerated iodine, and the accelerated cellular detox powder. Bonus, accelerated ancient salt, because the salt is not just a seasoning, it's full of 62 minerals, but it's there to plump up the blood to get the toxins out more effectively. It's crucial to have those electrolytes for detoxification and intracellular hydration. So it enhances the hydration for cellular detox, and it will support that bile production and liver function. Sodium and the trace minerals found in the salt play a vital role in bile production. That bile is essential for breaking down the fats and eliminating the fat-soluble toxins. Some of you are probably on a high-fat, low-carb diet and get nauseous when you eat too much fat. Well, that's because your liver's backed up and it can't process all of that fat and needs bile support. So it also will reduce the detox symptoms. It neutralizes acidity. It's an alkaline salt, so it's going to help with the acidity that most of us deal with, and that will reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. And then, of course, it's enhanced with scalar frequencies. So accelerated ancient salt is from the Andes, the Himalayas, and Utah, and it is hand mined, no plastics, bird droppings, microplastics, anything else that you find in most salts. And it's clean and effective and very important for detox programs. Now, I mentioned that the accelerated liver care was part of the accelerated liver flush cleanse. So if you want to take it to another level, you prep your body for 2 weeks with the accelerated liver care, the accelerated cellular detox powder, a couple other supplements, and then on the last day of 2 weeks, you flush your system out and you see stones in the toilet, hundreds to thousands of gallstones in the toilet. And you think to yourself, oh my God, how did my liver work with all of this in my body? So it's very effective. You feel amazing afterwards. You're going to reduce your elevated liver enzymes. You will have repaired and regenerative liver cells and detoxify your body from years of buildup and lower that unhealthy cholesterol. You're going to see a difference in your digestion, your immune system, and just, having that, letting go of that excess water weight that you are carrying from everything being backed up. So those are the supplements. Now, what do you eat? You don't need to drink juice. You want to focus on organic. It's not just about avoiding the pesticides. It's about protecting your liver from unnecessary toxins. The non-organic foods have pesticides, GMOs, chemicals like glyphosate, all of which strain the liver's detox pathways. So you want to focus on organic produce, wild meats. Please focus on the wild meats like bison, venison, elk, lamb, wild fish. Those are your go-tos. The others like chicken, poultry, pork, they have amyloid proteins that put pressure on your liver. They cause gut pathogens to rise, and your liver cannot even break them apart because they're full of amyloids. And these amyloids do not get broken apart to be used as those amino acids. They actually get deposited in your brain, causing Alzheimer's, dementia, and in your body, causing other issues. You want to focus on whole foods. Get rid of the packages, the processed foods. That is part of the issue. They clog the detox pathways, promote the insulin resistance, contribute to the fatty liver, all the things. You can add fatty fish to your plate. I love wild-caught salmon, mackerel, sardines. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, but guess what? So are the wild animal proteins. They've got those great omega-3s as well. And you can sip on some green tea. Don't use it as just a detox tea, but enjoy it. And squeezing some citrus like lemons or limes or oranges, they're packed with vitamin C and antioxidants that help support the liver detoxification. And, but be careful with some of them. If you're running is acidic, then you don't want to take in too much acidity. You got to take note of your own health. Artichokes, again, are great. And that wild animal protein, the vegetables I've listed in the accelerated food guide, they lay out what are oxalates, what are sulfur, what have mold in them, all things that can inhibit liver detoxification. So check out the accelerated food guide. Coffee's great. It can actually support your liver health. A lot of people do coffee enemas if you're up for it. So you got to love your liver. The liver is important for your weight loss, for your metabolism, for that protein breakdown, for muscle building, for energy, for fat oxidation, all the things. And it's something that you have to be proactive with now. Thanks for listening. Our discussion does not have to stop here. If you're feeling lost in the supplement world, I'm here to help. I know it can be confusing. You can start again by getting your free supplement protocol. Head to SaraBantaHealth.com, complete the form, and get a personalized plan just for you. Follow me on social media at Accelerated Health Products for more insights, and join the free group coaching. There's no downside. I answer your questions. I post every single day, and you're part of a very supportive group. Find this podcast, Accelerated Health with Sara Banta, on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, E360, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Roku, and over 100 different platforms. Share this podcast with your friends, especially the ones that are on juice cleanses. They don't need it, and it's only going to do harm. And you can use coupon podcast10 to get 10% off site-wide. Thanks again. And remember, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.